here for the season premiere of Black Ink Crew New York. I've been waiting on them to come back on, and I got my notes. So let's just get it started. So we're going to start it off with them being in Atlanta because Caesar has a tattoo shop that's open in Atlanta. Scott is managing the tattoo shop, and then he got the tattoo shop in New York where Melody is managing that particular tattoo shop. So Sky's all happy and grand, you know what I'm saying? She got her little mansion and all sorts of shit. But in the meantime, while she lived in her mansion, she got Caesar, spending the night with her from time to time while he down there in Atlanta to see about the shop. But in the midst of it, he fucking a whole lot of bitches because he ain't with Duchess BC powder lip having ass no motherfucking more. And to be honest, I can't be mad at him because number one, she was a dumbass bitch. Number two, I'm glad he ain't with ass no more. That's just what it is. Like, I'm glad he saw the light. Cause that bitch stupid, and I don't see how he was ever with her for as long as he was with her ass. That's all I gotta say about that. But then in the meantime, they find out that Duchess done put out a damn diss record on fucking iTunes. Now, child, I didn't know that she even made no damn diss record, but I'm not surprised because that's something that Duchess ass would do. She's very vindictive and stupid and just whack to me. She's a whack ass bitch, and I just can't fuck with her. So the people from the Black Ink Crew, I see Tiffany not here no more. So it's Teddy, Walt, Donna, Melody, and Young Bay and the gay boy that we found out was gay last season. They standing outside the Black Ink Crew, and then when they finally open it up, the shit is trashed. So they don't know what to do about it because the shop been closed for 2 weeks, and all Walt want to do is make a little bit of money because he got 3 children to feed, and honestly, I can't really blame him for that because if you got 3 fucking kids to feed, you got to get on that fucking bread. You got to get that bag. You got to get that grease. You got to get whatever the fuck you want to call it. You got to get that lettuce. That's what you got to get. So I understand where he coming from. Back at the ranch in Atlanta, Melody FaceTime Caesar, and she basically cusses his ass the fuck out and asks him what the fuck is going on here because ain't shit getting done. So Caesar was like, you know what I'm saying? I already paid the contractors. It should be ready. And then she was like, I don't give a fuck if you paid them or not. They ain't did shit. So what the fuck you expect us to do? The shop been closed for 2 weeks and we done got our asses up here and ain't shit popping. So, I mean, what the fuck you want us to do? So, he was like, well, you're the manager. You wanted this management position. So you take care of it and you get it popping. So she was like, oh, don't worry about it. I can take care of whatever the fuck I need to take care of. And she hung up the phone. In the midst of her hanging up the phone, Scott was asking what was going on. He was like, these folks back in New York is bugging, bro. They bugging. Like, Melody wanted this position, so she got it, and she got to do what she got to do. However, Scott, let's have a mansion party. And then, Scott was all for it. You already know that she was. And it's just fun to see Sky in this element. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the times we see Sky, she's crying, or we see her, she's fighting, or whatever. She's not really a happy person most of the time. So just to see her in this element, you can tell that she's happy in the place that she's in her life right now. So that's the great thing to see. So the Black Ink Crew back in New York, we back in Harlem again, and they up in there cleaning up. And while they up in there cleaning up, they wondering where the fuck Melody is. They like, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck we got to clean up and her ass ain't here and she's supposed to be the manager. So why the manager ain't here to help us clean up this motherfucking place? You know what I'm saying? And so Melody made it there late, so everybody chewing her out about being late. You know what I'm saying? After she done called everybody to clean up. But she was like, I've been on the phone with contractors. I've been trying to get everything done so we can get this shop on and popping. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really want to hear what she got to say. So she was like, if y'all gonna bitch about it and y'all gonna do this and do that, then I can just clean this motherfucking shop up by my damn self. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of them cleaning it up, they all run out the damn shop when they see that a rat has made its way up in the motherfucking shop. A big ass rat at that. That didn't even look like no real rat. That looked like a fucking... I mean, it looked like a damn possum instead of a fucking rat to me. Like, that's just how big the motherfucker was. I'm like, damn, New York got them type of rats. And they talk about the South. I ain't never seen no rat like that. So the crew, they meet Donna's boyfriend. She got a new boyfriend named Mo. He seems to be very caring. He seems to really like her, and she seems to really like him. And to be honest, I'm also glad to see Donna in a better place because most of the time we've been watching this show, she's always been put in fucked up ass situations as to where, they make her look bad a lot of the time. You know what I mean? Like, Donna was always the bitch that looked bad. She could never, her character was always tampered with in a sense. Like she was always the scapegoat, she was always the punk bitch, she was always the punching bag. Everybody always want to put their hands on her. Everything was always Donna's fault. So I'm glad that she's not with Maxwell. Fighting his ugly ass baby mama over him and all of that shit was just too much for me. And I just feel like at this point, if Donna wants to be better, she needs to be around better. And I believe Mo is that better that she needs to be around. So back in Atlanta, Sky reveals to Caesar that she wants to see her sons. Like, it's been over 15 years since she's seen her kids, and she just wants them to know, you know what I'm saying, why she gave them up, why it was imperative for her to put them in a home that was more consistent, more stable, more vibrant. She didn't want them to have the same type of life that she had when she was growing up, and she knew that she couldn't take care of them. So they're at the age now to where they can understand why she did what she felt she needed to do. And honestly, I ain't mad at her. Real talk, I ain't mad at her not one bit, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. She did what she felt she needed to do. Bottom line, that what she felt like. She felt like she needed to do what she had to do, and it is what it is. So I can honestly say that I respect her a lot for just owning up to the fact that, I couldn't take care of them. So I had to get them to someone that could do it. And at this point, I want to meet my kids. I want to see my kids. I want to see what their life's been like. So we have the mansion party. And the mansion party is going good, and I see that Persuasion from the Bad Girls Club is at the party. She was also in the bed with Caesar at the beginning of the damn episode, so I guess she wanted his thoughts with her horribly made ass. Like, she got them fucked up. I guess, to me, she ain't getting no real fat transfers. She got one of them damn booty shots that probably got biogel or some shit in it. Like, probably got them illegal ass shots. That's what the fuck her ass got, because her ass does not look good at all. Ooh, her ass don't look good. But she's there. So Carly Red, in true Carly Red fashion, she pops her ass up at that party to start some motherfucking mess. She confronts him about an interview that she did, and she says that you rocking around here lying on your dick when we was in a, what was the word she said? When we was in a celibate relationship. Caesar said, from what I remember, we was having sex for weeks. So what is she talking about? A celibate relationship. And then he went on to say, look, I don't need your pussy. I'm already getting pussy. And then she throws a drink on him. So as she threw the drink at her, Persuasion tried to fight her ass. And honestly, y'all know Persuasion was going to whoop the shit out of Carly's old ass. And let me tell you, I don't like Persuasion. I ain't like her on Bad Girls Club, but she was going to whoop Carly's ass. And I already know that. And Carly can't fight. So Donna learns, as Donna and them having a conversation, she get a phone call, and it's from an unknown person, and they basically cuss her the fuck out, calling her all types of hoes and shit, and they let her know that Maxwell is getting ready to get out of jail, and if he find out that she got a whole nother nigga, he gonna fuck her up and her nigga up, so she might as well just give it up. And to be honest, I felt so fucking bad for Donna. Like, when she was crying and when she was revisiting the abuse that she endured by being with Maxwell and all of that stuff. And she said even with all that abuse that she endured, she still married him. And I know a lot of people ain't going to feel sorry for you because you married your abuser. But I'm going to feel some type of pity for you just because of the fact that my mother married her abuser. And it was for the wrong reasons. Sometimes we do things to appease other people, but we don't do it for our own, for the best of our sake. My mother married my stepfather when I was 11. She was pregnant with my youngest brother. She did not want to be a woman with 3 kids and no husband. She had been with my stepdad since 1993. So she had been with him for a good, I don't know, 7 years by that point. They had been together for 7 years. So it's kind of like, might as well get married. So she married him. With After everything that had happened from the bloody noses, the bloody heads, the burying the face in the snow, the whole abuse towards you and your kids. You married them just because you wanted to prove a point to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really what it was. She made that mistake because she was so worried about what people was gonna think of her because she had 3 kids and no husband. And everybody was gonna look down on her for that. But she made that decision because she felt like it was the best, but it turned out to be one of the worst decisions she ever made. So that's why I kind of feel for Donna because I lived that. I didn't make that decision. My mother made that decision to marry him. And that turned out to be the worst decision she ever made. But I don't fault her because I understand why she did it. But she regretted it. And I know Donna regrets hers. So, as Caesar and Sky sit down and have a conversation, Caesar gets a text message. And the text message is an interview that's being done with one of Sky's sons. And lo and behold, the motherfucker sitting up at Duchess' shop getting interviewed. Duchess is really spiteful. That bitch is so spiteful and conniving and deceiving that it don't make no sense. And I ain't never been here for that bitch. For her to go through such lengths to try to hurt somebody is real fucked up. You did that to hurt Sky. That's why you did that. You did that to her, Sky. And you got that girl's son all at your motherfucking shop. Really? That's fucked up. And I hope they don't let that bitch get away with it because she be doing way too much and she really went too far by doing that. But with that being said, that's my review on Black Ink Crew New York. Make sure you like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share my video. All my social media is at the bottom. And I'll see you next time for another video. I'll holla.